Alright, all you out there and whom are a part of the sacred stage, welcome to this magical journey with yours truly, Sebastian Solshine Flow, your intergalactic time-traveling genie and the host of this page. Right now we are leaving Atlantis on our way back towards ancient Lumeria's underground base known as Telos. So Mount Shasta, California, and its majestic beauty has captivated audiences, young and old, for a millennia now, where seekers and pilgrims and adventurers and tourists and lost people even, and normal people, or what you call normal people, adventure enthusiasts, hikers to the top, all kinds, extraterrestrial UFO hunters, so many different beings each year are called to the sacred majestic mountain. And in this Mount Shasta video that I'm making you right now, I'm here to tell you that when I go to Mount Shasta, which is often now that I live there, or live here, well, I'm driving right now, but now that I live here in Mount Shasta, what's happening for me is that I tune in, I wake up and I tune in with the inner dimensions of what Telos is. And I tell us a story about Lumeria, ancient Lumeria, before it is that it went down far below the surface. So any of you out there who are wondering about, is this guy real? The things he's talking about, Lumeria and Atlantis and Telos and Shambhala. Well, it doesn't matter if it's real or not, because I really do believe it myself, and a lot of other beings do too. So I actually make amazing jewelry and art and sculptures and whatnot, and how I make them is I tune into those ancient frequencies and vibrations deep within the center of the earth and the core. I root myself and ground myself into that center place, and then I bring myself up out of that place, and I go into come up into my body from my core, my root, all the way in to my body, out of my crown, all the way up into the solar system and galaxy, to the multiverse around us and surrounding us. I go through all concepts and belief systems and all different ideas and thoughts that have ever existed. I go beyond it all, far out into what we call space, leaving behind this body and all things. And then I get to this place where I feel and I know that I'm one with infinity, and I have all that I need. And I tune into those frequency codes, and then I come back down from that place, through all the laws of existence, through all the ascended masters and the sacred geometric codes and frequencies, through all of the different incarnations, all the way down to the organic and inorganic materials, all the way down through the earth to the core, to the fire surrounding it, coming back into my body, into my heart, spiraling it around, becoming an interlocking, self-initiating, toroidal flow of divine energy, infinitely in me and out of me, to me and through me, as I encode it in my art, as tools for transformation. So the information comes in from the source, comes to and through me, I transform it into this art and I encode it, and then when you get it, you're picking up on the divine Lemurian frequencies from Mount Shasta. This magical, mystical, amazing, super alluring, attractive vortex mountain, where people are coming, beings are coming from everywhere to have an experience, and then a reminder of that experience that they can bring with them back into their own towns and cities and places, telling the people around there, sharing stories, letting them know about the magic they experienced when they traveled to this magical portal of Mount Shasta, when they met Lemurian Wolf on top of the mountain and picked up one of his amazing tools for transformation. And we have this as a reminder in our house and in our temple and in our ceremonies here in our cities and our towns, of that amazing experience where we awakened and opened up into something else that happened long before the stories of history have been told to us, if that's all there is. These places that have come long before all of the stories that have been made believe around us, that have been convincing us this whole time that there's nothing more than what that is, which is all just a very small part of a gigantic gigantic thing. And all of us are connected and interwoven and interconnected into this amazing thing called life. And in this tapestry of life, these tools for transformation, these reminders are here to help assist you in those times when you're in your own places that you want to lose hope and you want to lose faith that there's something more than that. You want to give up and you want to give in and just do what they tell you. These are reminders for you that you can do anything. Don't believe in those old programs and belief systems when they're trying to hold on and fight for being alive. Don't believe in them anymore. Believe I am unlimited and I can do anything. Believe that Sebastian Wolf on the sacred stage actually told me I can do anything, and I believed him, which means that there's a process, there's a way, a pattern, a formula that we could do this. And he's willing to show us how. And maybe not physically in holding our hand, but if we look at his art and the things that are secretly encoded inside of the art, from the frozen shapes, frozen music in the form of shapes, which are frequencies that are playing along, creating what we call this song that is your frequency in life, what you're listening to in your head every day. What songs? What's your soundtrack? What's your soundtrack that you're listening to that makes you go, yeah, I love this. Yeah, bump that up inside of your head. Yeah, now you feel good. That's kind of the vibration I'm on. So some of my friends are like, vibration vacation. I'm always on that vacation vibration, loving my life. Woo! Yeah. So I love that, and I put all that in my art and I encode it. And then what happens when that happens is that I meet other people in these places like Mount Shasta that tell me, hey, you want to go to this underground party in Telos? You got to leave behind your body and all of your attachments, and you got to just bring your light body and come with us on this magical journey. And if you're willing and able to do that, receive a few breaths, hold in that third breath, exhale, and remember that we're all connected. And there's obviously a perfect formula of how it all goes. And in the Fibonacci sequence, in the Fibonacci spiral, every time that we spiral in the Fibonacci spiral, there's a golden ratio in between the numbers in a code. And that code is how all life is communicating within this interconnected web without necessarily using physical language. So if you pick up on the vibrations that are coming through, the cymatic codes from the frozen music in the form of shapes, everything has a frequency and everything has a shape. So a coherent vibration in the shape of love and joy means that you have to be what you're looking for on the planet. You have to be that right now. You have to be that change that you've been wanting to be. You have to be that. You have to do what it takes to wake up and tune in and keep up. And when you get there, then when we get into these other places in our consciousness where we're having a party in Lumeria and Telos, and we're communicating with the source energy in ways that we've never communicated before, you know what's happening is we're learning how to make our lives better and this place that we're in by communicating with these other dimensions that are simultaneously existing in this, what we call here now reality, because it's all here now. So when we connect to those other versions of ourselves where everything we're asking for already is, you can imagine that it gets better than this. So as we communicate our truths into our physical reality, and we allow ourselves to get deeper into that magic of our true essence and our true being, when we amplify those frequencies of our perfect song, and we allow ourselves to give in to that truth that we know that we are, the source energy will guide us in the most amazing ways. And these art pieces that I build are here to help encapsulate what Mount Shasta and its spiritual vortex has taught me for the past 25 years of being in and out of that place and channeling through my meditations and all of my making of art at the portal places that are there and all of the things that have come through. I've been able to tell myself a story now that is by far unlimited and by far so much more magical than I ever could have even imagined when I started this journey. And this is a little part of my story of how I become now. And the more we give into our truth, the more now becomes the version of ourselves that we want to live in. And that's when we go back to our towns and our cities and our states and our places, and we make those changes that are necessary in other people's lives and our own lives to make it a better place for everybody. So if you're a lawyer or a judge or a cop or anybody listening to this on my Sacred Stage page, whoever you are, I don't know who you are, but I invite you to look deep into that mirror of your truth and see who you truly are outside of your job and how much money you make and what you do on the planet. But what is your real job? Are you a superhero? Are you a ninja? Are you a samurai? Are you a genie? Are you a wizard? What's your inner job? What's your real calling? And are you ready to live up to it right now? Because I think you are. I feel like you are. I feel like we've all made it to this place. So let's tune in on a deeper level together at the Sacred Stage. Let's enjoy all of the stories that Sebastian Wolf shares. Let's share our own stories and comment below what part of my stories you like and what part are involve you, even though I may not have involved you in my story. Tell me what parts you're involved in and how it resonates with you. And if you like any of the art that I show on my pages, go ahead and send a shout out. And it comes with a story from Mount Shasta, California, on top of the sacred mountain. Aloha for now, and the Telosians and Lumerians and all of the other guardians and gatekeepers and watchers of that sacred mountain. Ramu. All thank you. Blessings.